You can pick up your pride and dignity at the lost and found, bitch. Yes. Let's go, boy. Insufficient space. Excuse you?
That's enough. It's over.
You did. You brought this on yourself. Scorpions. Oh, now we're here. I went out of my way to try and get here when I was going for Garuda, but then this gate was closed. I see.
There. Northreach.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
Let's fuck our way to victory, shall we?
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
Even if I could, I don't want to. There's one lady I'll be
The dame.
plowing, and it's not you.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
In specific cases, yes.
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do.
Huh.
Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have
guy Sid.
never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible.
I can appreciate
Which
that.
brings
Thank you.
us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital.
Holy miners.
I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
I have a master?
Unless.
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Shit!
What?
I admit I do find myself in a checkmate position, and I am not at all happy with it. Can't we decide this over a game of chess?
The fruit's not getting any
A game of triple triad, if you please.
Do you see anything you like?
I don't, actually. 50k? Why is it so expensive?
Come back again.
You've seen better days, haven't you? Alright, well, let's save our game. In case I have to make decisions. I don't want to shag this lady. I don't know you. Is there anything else here?
Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
By the throne.
How much for this one?
Excuse me. I was kind of hoping to find some sort of treasure coffer or, you know, the likes. All right, take me to the promised land.
What are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are.
You don't get it, Clive. You.
It's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Yeah, just follow me and shut up. And prepare for a kick in the nuts. Or something.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
My newest
Why,
acquisition.
my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
You, come here.
Oi, hold up.
Is there something on my face?
Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
Ah, such jealousy. Be sure to charge him extra tonight.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. Quit
But they
bitching.
didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement.
An arrangement?
As do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
I don't want to.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
I don't. Torgal. This is the point where I deploy you. I want you to bite into her.
Good boy.
And don't let... Okay, you do that for me? Can you do that for you? Will do that for your... I want to say master, but it kind of feels odd, considering the circumstances. How about bestie? We're besties, right? And I walk around here, and the first thing that I think is this looks like Novigrad from The Witcher 3, which is a compliment.
You've grown tired of us.
But isn't Novigrad?
Not that.
Yeah.
Garrisons are being called.
That's my questionation. Not just yet. Let me just have a saunter. But wait, this was the checkpoint. This was the fabled checkpoint. Oh, the simpler days.
Veritable midden, teeming with vermin.
Ugh, you need not remind me. Their incessant chittering is ringing in my ears even now.
Then why don't you move to a more quiet location, to a quieter locale? Let me take a look at this gorgeous scenery before we move. God, yeah, damn, this is nice. So nice, in fact, that I will save it for posterity. Alright, let's talk to the girl. What are you wearing? Now.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Actually, she doesn't, but you know.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary.
Can I just toss you a bread roll
Drive, my
instead?
darling.
No.
Welcome to the Vale.
What veil? Why veil? How veil? Moon veil? Isn't that an Elden Ring blade? Alright, let's have it then.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
How is Jill planning to get through this checkpoint?
You mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint.
I'm first?
Yes. Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now.
Tatiana?
Having left no word of explanation. And I began to fear the worst.
This I am willing to
I've
do
spent
for
my
you.
whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. See, the moon and stars from
Proof
Isabel.
of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours.
Stop it, you.
Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you
Iron
find
Flagon.
anything, ask for me there.
At the Iron Tankard, as you wish.
I should probably start here.
Yeah, might as well just. Hello, lady.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues.
Colleague.
A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then.
Yup.
If only I'd comforted her.
You
Sadness.
saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan.
Mm-hmm.
She
Was
looked upon
about
the dame
to.
as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't
Naturally.
lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you.
No more
Let's see what her
tears.
chambermaid can tell us then.
You are the lady that shares a chambre with Tatienne.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy.
Boy.
You'll be knackered before
Boy.
the work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
She had her
Before she went
breakdown.
missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Alright, out with it.
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time.
Ah.
Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in. She didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times.
Lel.
Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You gave it him?
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
$1 at a time for one glance, one lick,
Well then,
one taste
I
of
suppose I'll need
you,
a little something to remember me by.
my Magdalena.
Excuse me, you there?
What is
The
it?
gentleman with the sword.
Oh, you wish to talk Etienne. Tatien and Etienne, are you her brother, perchance, or is this just a funny little misunderstanding? You want to talk to a Branded?
I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So
The hammer
you
and sickle,
are
the moon and
an
stars?
associate of the dames?
Of sorts,
Might I
yes.
trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant.
I'm
though
sure.
Fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
What shady business are you doing? You know what, you asked
Why
nicely.
not?
Yeah.
Marvelous.
Plus it gives me a chance to
The
test if
task
I can
is
come and go
simple
as I
enough. Pass
please.
through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients.
Is
There
this
are 3 in
cocaine?
total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
This is shady
dangerous, I
as...
hope.
Yeah. Damn, son.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't.
That's a good
Strongly
deterrent.
advise.
Are they organs? Is it black magic? I'll get to that, sure. Yes, you are very disgusting. By all of us. You know what? I'll quickly do this. Is this another spoony bard? No, this is just a bard.
Greetings. You are one of the dames chosen, I see. Me. I am but a nameless weaver of song, who would warm the hearts of the good folk of this town with such humble cloth as the muse might permit me to make.
Then keep doing you, my dude.
That's the day done then.
Lads.
No one's allowed through the gate.
You gonna buy something?
However do they get that colour?
What's with it? This is such a Japanese kind of hunched over. Oh, greasy palm merchant. You're right there, sir.
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
I'm sure you are more than delighted with this.
Why didn't you say so?
I just did. Now, fuck off.
Times are hard. But this here'll make 'em less so. For a while, at least. Sorry about the welcome. Meant nothing by it.
You meant everything by it.
You wait right here.
No.
Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
That green lens flare dot in my
Oriflamme's
screen is
finest.
really irritating.
Just as promised.
Yeah, I don't mind lens flare, but there's just one strong dot there in the middle. I'm pretty sure you can see it, right? If only they didn't put that one there. The rest is fine. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. Herbalist.
I have no business with Branded.
You do now.
Well, I have business with you.
Yeah.
A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
You know what? I appreciate this more than the merchant from just now. He hates Branded, and even when it's about business, he says...
Lighter than usual. Branded, if I
Right,
discover
there is a
you have
limit
played
to
me
my
false,
patience, and you are
I can
fast
always take it
approaching.
back.
Yeah, you're
do
fast
no such
approaching it.
thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
My good man, if I truly, truly, truly wanted this entire area and this checkpoint would be reduced to smoldering ashes. But I shall let it slide for today.
It all
Now,
sounds so delightful.
you, apothecary, right? No, you're the distiller? Liquormonger. I mean, it's a term for it, right?
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
This apartheid, it's so interesting.
Didn't know he had his own bearer.
It's like I'm Jewish.
Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice. That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just
Not
any
just
drink.
any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course.
Distilled it yourself and you put it in a
cigars and spirits.
jug.
Someone has expensive tastes.
There's a term for that, lady.
How can they afford to maintain them?
It's called moonshine.
Suppose there's only one way to find out.
With the right to confiscate any objects forbidden by...
All right, lads.
That's the day done then.
Must be great for those guards living in this town. The day is always done, so it's always time for drinks. You.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Boksu essence of... After the leaves of the tobacco plant are harvested, they are dried and cured for several moons to improve their flavor before being finely chopped and rolled inside a single uncut leaf. Though no other ingredients are added, the resulting cigars are possessed of the distinct aromas of vanilla, cherry, and clove. Clove. It is said that the petals of 20 roses are required to distill a single drop of fragrant rose oil. I see. This sounds exhausting. A potent spirit made by distilling wine and then aging in barrels for several decades. As such, it remains a luxury even for the aristocracy. Brandy wine, yeah, that sounds like it would cost a lot.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
Worse,
as
probably.
Scarce as chocobo teeth. Hence the thriving market for even the
That is a disgusting
fragments.
thought.
Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're
Gotta
doing
make a
what
living,
you
right?
believe is necessary.
Yeah,
He's gotta eat.
indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
We will see about that. The want beyond the wall. And it just keeps increasing. You want me to talk to guards, but they like me even less.
Can't
Yeah,
just
that
put it in
what?
for us two. As if either of us needs to brush up on our swordcraft.
What do you want?
Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
I don't want to own this
We
place.
offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about
Happily,
it, Brandon?
gentlemen.
Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
I would be delighted, though.
Only chivalrous souls that we are. Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
What's it with all these soldier types being like absolute total effing dicks? Just like scum of the earth. Not worth pissing on if they were on fire. Nor would it warm my heart if they indeed were on fire.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
I don't need any preparation.
Let's get the measure of you, shall we?
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you. Oh, and when you go
Have at
perennial
you.
mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon.
Since you insist. Can I... Yep, I totally can.
All right. So you know one end of a blade from the other.
No. You can pick up your pride and dignity at the lost and found, bitch.
Fuck me.
I won't, and
What the hell are
neither
you
will
playing
the
at,
dame.
Leon? So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? How'd a bearer win the dame's favour anyway?
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start.
I was hoping that I could parry the man, and I'm gonna try.
Stay down.
Stab and slice. Fire and brimstone. Fires of hell. Claws of the mistress. And additional pain free of charge. Now, where were we?
We're finished.
Can I go now?
Gentlemen.
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah,
Best
not
hope
after the
indeed.
bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
Let's not fabricate any tales where there are none to be made. The two of yous are a lousy lot. Be gone from my
Emperor's
sight.
finest.
You, I know you saw everything that transpired just now. You've got something to say? Mathieu? Very French-oriented place, isn't this?
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I
Etienne,
trust
Mathieu,
you to be
Léon?
discreet?
About what?
Orphelin?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers,
As
and
is
yet
any
many
place.
would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Funny you should phrase it as freedom.
What do you need me to do?
What you want?
Thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now.
Who sends their regard? Oh no, Mathieu
What
sends
food
theirs.
I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed. Not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the Dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying, then?
I'm afraid not. I am expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Friend of the people indeed. This is giving me strong kind of... It gives such a concentration camp-like
Bristol's curse is
vibe.
bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
I'm tired and empty.
Looks like now's not the time.
Very well. Drying clothing. Can't let it air dry. You have a munchie.
You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I daren't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
Is your wound healed yet? Wait, I could just talk to you while I'm here, I suppose. You, gentlemen.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick.
Yannick.
I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
Merchant,
The Dame thanks you.
The Dame.
Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Wait. Whereabouts do you want me to... Why do you do this to me?
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
Potentially.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick.
You should have told
The soldiers I spoke
me.
to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Don't give me that
Isn't that
salty
what you
face.
want?
But...
Oh, it is, but I
Sour
fear
look.
sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways.
Isn't everyone?
You'll find they have little love for bearers, and
What's
they will not
new?
hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
What first? Is it you? It is not you. Is it you keeping the fire going?
I have something for you.
It was in my
From the
pocket.
Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Yeah, I was thinking, could I have said something? No, I probably only make things worse. It's a damn shame. I mean, now is still not a good time, right?
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me!
Or not. I'll take over.
You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you.
Here. It looks like you need it.
And then some.
The Chamberlain must have sent you. But alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
Yes, he knows.
I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
What a hero.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
That bastard!
Hello, madame. Alright, I was supposed to whisper something in your ear.
All right.
Like,
Are you here for business or pleasure?
business, actually.
Though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then.
What's
Just
with the
as
condescending
well,
voice?
I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle.
The creepy generous
He was one
uncle.
of the only people round here who seem bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
Pissing
A
against the
fact
wind, huh?
not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are
one
people
person.
out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
Maybe.
I better be going.
Another good deed for today. Let's go, boyo, let's go.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
And I say this, but where exactly are we going? That away. Okay. Onward!
Think I might see you tonight?
But first, let me just take another look at this gorgeous scenery. What is that lonely tower doing there? You.
The Dame may have given you leave to walk freely about Northreach, but one step outside these walls, and you're just another branded, with a target on his back.
So you're telling me, good sir, that if I stand over here, you will strike me down? Is that it? Ah, look at this. That is a colossal wall of ice. Oh, hey. What's that? Where are these random little fortresses? I think I might be able to get a decent look at that in the distance from that tower that I wanted to look at in the first place. Let's go, Torgo.
How many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
I don't think I wish to know the answer, but there might be 4, perhaps even 5? Let's keep it to 4 digits before any sort of comment. Since you insist. the big yoink, and that's not what I wanted. Torgal, do something terrible, thank you. Good dog. Now, where were we? Onward. Are there any side quests to be there are, actually. Yes, there are, but they're on the road to the Penitent's Gate. That's my final destination, I suppose. But for now...
An Imperial watchtower. Should be well stocked.
Should. Oh, lads. It is not your day, is it?
That's enough.
Down you go.
Keep your distance, boy. It's over.
It's over. Nope. Oops. No, stay down.
It's over. You will pay for what you've done.
And yet, I don't feel threatened. You.
Finished.
I'm sorry, you were saying.
Give them all you've got, boy. Stay down.
Alright, go on then. Nope, that was too late, I'm guessing. Go on then. Nope. Thank you, boy. No, that was me. Oh, hi, that's a glowy chunky. No. Ah, there we go. Demon Tamer's Sash. You have piqued my interest. It is better. And as such, we shall wear it. Does that mean that that tower over there, over yonder, if it is indeed a place that I could... You know what, I don't want to do this yet. Maybe... Yeah, you're right. Maybe we can get a chocobo and then we can route just a little bit faster, can't we? As a treat for the goodest dog. And we shall go. Speaking of chocobo, why can't I tame any of these? Because it's a... Yoo-hoo!
There, boy.
Good boy. Don't choco kick my dog.
Don't let them get away.
We will grab the shiny and we will be on our way. I like these planes. Oh. Right you are. What's going on here then?
Go on. Back to the pens with you. I need you fit for the morrow's harvest.
Such a shame that even if I were to be able to do something about this, it's just throwing a pebble into a very, 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 very large pond. It's a shame, it is. Wow. Petrified and discarded. Like an old rag. It's a bloody disgrace it is. But I'm guessing it's like this everywhere, right?
You heard me. Shift your asses.
Yoink.
You, branded, here, now.
Or else what? Benoit? As in Chris Benoit?
You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
You know. If your son is anything like you.
The insolence. Someone needs to learn to break his slaves.
Break. Break you. You want to rescue your son? Go get him yourself if you love him so much. You.
Have you seen my Chloe?
Chloe?
I let her out of her pen while I did my chores. But she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
Alright, kiddo.
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She has beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too.
Bunny.
She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
Chocobo chick.
Let's not keep her waiting.
Dog. Let's go take...
That's a lot of field to search.
Yep.
With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
Don't I have a dog with a keen nose? You there, wench. Fastidious farm wife.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet. Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything.
Sure.
Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it. Off with you now. I won't have
this is
Ireland
taking this is taking a very grim and dark turn. It's kind of her plaything, her pet. She lets me stroke her hair, but we just came across...
Chloe?
No, you are not Chloe. You are Chloe. God damn. Children aren't born hateful or racist.
You're not Chloe, are you, girl?
That is taught.
Is that?
Yes, it is.
Someone napping on the job. I hope they don't mind the interruption.
It's gonna be a long blink indeed.
crystal's curse.
Yep.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl.
You could have been friends.
Daughter. Just like you.
Dad said bearers don't have parents.
Like I said,
they do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
I think this is where it starts. This is... Because you can't teach a child. It's no real use in shouting at her because she's just living the way that her parents are raising her. But if you can instill that seed of change into the younger generation, I think that's the start of it. So, who knows? I think I did a good thing here today. Why does it sound like a UFO is hovering above me, ready to land? Alright then.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Touché. So this is just smart and... I mean, imagine then being a branded in this shithole. Your life must be absolutely... You know what, let's just sample the local...
For the stables. One of the ends just gave birth.
Sample the local, the local scenery. That's a crystal, so you're...
My turn! Let me try! Come on, give it back. If my dad finds out, he'll clobber me.
What you get for being a bitch.
Oh, if even a grain is missing, the collectors will have my head on a pike.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Right on the money, man. Well done indeed. Is there anything to ransack in this water? Hello. No, nothing. Yes, I am well aware. Alright, well, let's follow promises.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear.
Sounds like 1-0 for the
Keep
trader.
your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him.
Obviously.
That's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Okay, I mean, I've got a hood. I've got a capuchon, as it's called in French. I can just that over my head and no, not likely. Is that it? Guess we'll go as is. You there, stubborn old goat.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the Dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant.
And please bend over just a little bit further.
What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite...
It is of great value to the girl in question.
I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Our escapades,
Not at all. I would do anything for the Dame. Anything.
Isabel has a lot of pull and clout.
Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful.
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean,
who is Isabel really?
helpful.
Because she seems to be... or is that just something that comes with the territory as you run a brothel? Man of the cloth, are you?
Fortunate to have fallen into the Dame's good graces. But her influence wanes the further you stray from Northreach. Remember that, my wayward lamb.
I think those are the kindest words I'm going to get here. So thank you.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
Well,
wolves.
Gonna be smelling like that a lot more.
To the village.
Hey, yeah, nope. Stay down.
that's enough.
Don't you ever do that again. Or else.
You know what?
Bloated Alpha. Did they just eat? Whoops. There we go. Well, then let's see.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman.
Alright, let's have it.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry.
Lover suicide?
So it is you. Pt.10.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's.
You
The
are.
girl Yannick went off to sea every night. He said her name was Pt.10.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things.
You most certainly have, yes.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters.
It's one-track
Tell
mind.
the dame I'm sorry for her loss.
All
When
right.
the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess.
Mm.
The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
Yeah, sure, man. That was a very calm, soothing, tranquil conversation I just had.
Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Dude wasn't shouting. He wasn't angry at me. It was just, yeah, well, it's... Well, hello. Don't mind if I do. And this takes me to the elsewheres of life. I'll venture there once I'm done here, because I'm probably set on my way to over there. So I'll just take a detour after. Now, milady dame, what are you doing here? Have ye so little
If it was
faith
a
in
message
me?
that needed delivering, I could have seen to it, milady.
Of course you could, had it not been personal.
Isabeau?
You're still in one piece, I see.
I am.
You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me.
I was on my way back, actually.
I was on my way to see you.
As I said.
You found her then?
Yes. I did find her.
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan.
Nope.
Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
Ah, to be young again.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Weathered comb. An old wooden comb gifted to Tatienne by Madame Isabelle. Several of the teeth appear to have been recently broken.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Quest complete. Meteorite.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift.
I haven't actually
a token of my thanks.
done much
The
for you. I
Vale
don't need...
counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army.
Because
According
everyone's
to
got a
one of the
shag, right?
loose-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
I did mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
And thank you again.
I'm keeping the hammer and sickle. He's a good boy. Nope. Oh, that's where I was headed anyways. Awesome. Now, do tell me, how did they make it there before I did, even though I was here years before they even showed up? No. Do we trade, or...
What do you want?
Ah, you know what?
Good riddance.
Yeah.
Weren't
I
expecting any new branded until the new moon.
In that case, on we crack. Any boxes hidden here beneath the shrubbery? Are there any boxes hidden up here on... Ah. I mean... Blackblood, okay, I will... Gift horse and all. Don't jump. Why do you have a jump button, Clive? Look at me for look at me for a second. Why do you have the ability to jump out here in the open? It is pointless. Everything that will require jumping is done automatically. And stop doing this.
Any trouble on the way?
Well, good day to you too.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
Does this place even have a back door?